Hello and welcome to another Looney Tunes review video. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to follow my journey to review all 1000 Looney Tunes shorts and give this video a like as well. So this is a review for Porky's Naughty Nephew, released in 1938. It's the 217th in the series and it's directed by Bob Clampett. You can find this on the Porky Pig 101 DVD set. However, since I recorded the commentary last time, there is now a brand new HD restoration on HBO Max. So just a brief synopsis for you, since I can't show the full cartoon here due to copyright, but it's a day at the beach for Porky and his nephew. His nephew's a real troublemaker, a real sweetheart as you can see, and later on we see a race involving all sorts of weird and wacky animals. So what you're about to see is a re-edit of the original audio commentary I did before I had to take it down. And thanks to my good friend Blue Genocide for doing that for me. And you'll hear some new thoughts from me about this cartoon, and also a sample from the Bob Clampett retrospective. So grab some popcorn and enjoy.
Hey you, lay off my Uncle Porky!
This is the first cartoon to give a credit to long-time Looney Tunes writer Warren Foster. Now, I have been told he actually did play a part in Porky Wacky Land with no credit, but here it's the first time that he's actually been given credit. But by this point, still, Bob Clampett was doing a lot of his own writing. So, yeah. So there's one little milestone in this innocent little cartoon. But here's something really interesting that was given to me, that Pinky, who's Porky's nephew voiced by Bernice Hansel, it looked like Porky's little brother. So yeah, they must have evolved this character a little bit before deciding he was just going to be a nephew. But this character would appear in one more cartoon in the short, which is Porky's Picnic, but it would also appear in a lot of the Looney Tunes related comics, either as a little cousin or a nephew, under another name of Cicero. So, yeah. I can also sort of see why this character never really took off. I mean, I don't know, maybe he's a little too annoying. I don't know. I think the animators here, the Norma Cape. But anyway, I don't know. There's just something about this character. Obviously, they're trying new things. Didn't quite work out. They just move on, and that's that. I got to see this gag again. It's just, can I put some sand on you? It's like, oh yeah, so innocent, so sweet. Sure, why not? But yeah, Bob Clampett style. There we go. That's one way to do it. This part is actually just about lifted from the second half of Petting in the Park, which is an older Merry Melodies cartoon that, funnily enough, Bob Clampett's first animation credit was on, where the cartoon would start off with its typical Merry Melodies song, and then they would just completely forget it and then just do this really weird just race at the lake, which is actually very funny. It's one of the funnier shorts of 1934, believe it or not. And yes, there were funny shorts in 1934, you just have to really look for it. And there's a reference to Warner Brothers radio station right there. So, but this gag's pretty good here. Just you just kind of don't really expect it. I mean, you think, oh yeah, he's just annoyed that they went past, but no, he eats them, and yeah, that's what happens. So, and this just shows you that even at this point with Bob still mostly writing his cartoons, they're still just mainly gag filled. It's just pretty much pick a location and just go to town. And now with Warren Foster being involved, I wonder, how the cartoons are going to now be from here on with all the ones that I haven't seen. So, and that's the beauty part about watching these in order, just seeing the evolution. Absolutely, this is just absolutely amazing. And I do like the little punchline where the nephew kind of sort of gets his there we go. Alrighty, so those were my original thoughts at the time, so here are some new ones, now that we got this beautiful new restoration. Of course, we start off with this wonderful joke here that I somehow missed, I don't know why, but hey, elephants must wear trunks while swimming. Clever indeed. Now, of course, being Bob Clampett, you see one joke where it goes one way, like so. Okay, yep. The thing will shrink on this animal here. But here, we see the exact opposite. So, I don't know. This seems like a gag that Bob Clampett would have written as opposed to Warren Foster. I don't know. I got no evidence for it, but it's definitely a suspicion. Now, I'm trying to put my finger on why I don't like this Nephew character. He's just a bad kid, and there's nothing redeeming about him at all, and that's probably what it is. You know, unlike, say, a character like Dennis the Menace and that, here is just an annoying kid doing bad things, and that's it. Now, some of the gags are funny, that what the Nephew actually does, but in the end, it's just not a good character, and I can see why they didn't do more than 2 cartoons with him. Now, as mentioned in my original thoughts, the race part actually comes from the Merry Melodies cartoon Petted in the Park. Now, not all of it's lifted from there, but it's the same idea, and yeah, there's some reused animation. And for me, it's the funniest part of the cartoon, but it just shows that perhaps maybe Clampett and Foster weren't exactly in sync for this cartoon, because, yeah, you have one story and now you got another one, and it's very uneven. Now, at the time of recording the original commentary, I honestly didn't know what this is referring to. Now, I know, of course, this is Eddie Cantor, but when he goes, a boy, well, that's just referring to the fact that he had 5 girls and he always wanted a boy. Clampett would later on make a short actually exclusively on that one idea of an Eddie Cantor chicken wanting, well, a boy. And what's the song cue that plays in that part? Dear Little Boy of Mine. Perfect. So the repeated animation is mainly around here, involving these long-legged birds and ducks and so on, but we're going to see this realistic horse and jockey, which is very weird in the context of the rest of the cartoon, but the horse blurts out, this can't be Santa Anita, and that's referring to the Santa Anita Park, which hosted horse races.
This can't be Santa Anita.
So what you're going to see now is a sample from the Bob Clampett retrospective I did with my friends, and we just had a little lighthearted chat about this. And because the video is so long, I know some of you don't have time to watch it all, so here at least you can see a sample of what you've missed out on. So, hope you enjoy.
Porky, look out! A shark! A shark, Uncle Porky! Oh, hurry! A shark, Uncle Porky! Look out! Hurry, Uncle Porky! Hurry! A shark! A shark!
Featuring everyone's other favorite character, Pinky? I think that's his name. This Nephew character is a real such and such. I mean, wow. Like, you know,
You have a mother named Salami.
Oh, look, I'm a dad of, you know, of a boy and a girl, and, you know, I don't know, he kind of reminds me of my son, but even then, my son is nowhere near that bad. I mean, wow.
Ooh,
It's just crazy.
I will say that it's fortunate that there is no such thing as Manny's naughty nephew. I mean, my nephew's a teenager now, but he was a good kid, nice kid. I don't ever think that he ever smacked me in the face with a shovel when I was trying to sleep or something like that. Maybe I don't remember. You know, the brain damage is still kicking in, but I will say that part though really cracks me up. With he smacks Porky in the end, and dun 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 dun. Or am I confusing that with the other one, Porky's? I don't know. The gags are starting to blur together. So is that a good thing or a bad thing? But
the Porky's Picnic has some kind of naughty nephew as well, and I think they even brought the nephew back in the Looney Tunes cartoon series, the current one. But
Cicero.
Cicero is another nephew from the comics, I think. So I blend them all together as well. So
wow,
yeah,
so many nephews. But with the naughty nephew, I mean, the best gag in that one is I think there was like a dump truck or something with the sand. Like, I have to admit, the cartoon's okay, but that one bit just gets me every time.
I have to admit, I think my favorite gag that and the Eddie Cantor gag. I don't know why, but that little tiny baby that has the shovel and Porky's trying to tell her, like, don't hit me or something. I don't know why. Like, I guess it's not actually the funniest like gag in the cartoon, but for some reason the psychology of it just makes me think, where is this kid's parents? Why did just let him do that?
But
won't somebody please think of the children? There's my third reference.
That's right. So how would I rate this one? It's actually a bit of a tough one, because as much as I despise this nephew character, I do find myself laughing at a lot of it. And On the other side, it's a very uneven and weird story. You know, you've got the beach part, then you've got the race part. You know, I want to sort of split the difference and say about, I don't know, 7 out of 10, something like that. You know, I had some laughs out of it, and it's not that bad of a cartoon, but yeah, Clampett's definitely done better though. So before I go, here's that funny gag once again.
I'm awful sorry, Uncle Porky. Now on, I promise to be good forever and ever. Can I cover you with sand, Uncle Porky?
Okay, Pinky.
But until next time, take care.